All right, and let's get to the bottom of why Fnatic is getting smoked by G2 on cooldown. I said this when I was watching the Noah interview. I do think that G2 is just plain and simple better. I think that G2 is very, very fortunate coming into the World Championship. Very, very fortunate because the two best European players have been Caps and Mickey for as long as I fucking remember. Caps and Mickey are players that can compete for like top 3 in terms of performance. And I think coming into the World Championship, I think that mid lane and support are by far the two most important roles. My main concern for G2 is just Yike's approach to early game. So I'm hoping that we can get to the bottom of why Yike is unimpactful early, and additionally, why Fnatic can't convert and how they are getting completely annihilated in the side lane. So I'm hoping this is what we can find in this game. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. I don't want to talk about draft too much. I think here, in my mind, I do think that Zyra is rather weak. I didn't like the pairing of Kalista and Rakan because they can't pressure lane as much as I would like them to against Ezreal Leona. I do think that I think that in my mind, you know, Smolder is just a little bit too broken. And I think Smolder into Koki is a very good matchup. I do think that humanoid Smolder play, it really fits him as a player, in my opinion. Okay, we have Yike completing his clear 306, standard stuff, going behind bot lane. Sejuani, there's no play for Sejuani on bot, they're stacking wave, shouldn't be able to get dove, they're rather healthy. Zyra base, both warded top side, Mundo already based on Ruby Crystal against the Cannon, who's strong early. I wonder if Cannon can just run a first strike in such a matchup, because I don't know how much you can do to actually break a Mundo ever. I think the extra gold's kind of nice. Here, BB actually got pretty like manhandled. I like the fact that Oscarine uses TP, doesn't want to create like TP advantage just to punish the Mundo crash here. Cannon also warded as they are pushing out, so they know that Zyra is not matching. I think this is a very nice detail here from Oscarine, making sure that this gank is very free. Oscarine is contesting very hard. Some Zyra players could actually walk behind the Mundo here. That could be a play after golems. But in this spot here, yeah, they're just chilling. Not sure what June was doing here. He kind of pulled and froze the wave on the Ezreal base. I think that's okay. And they get the Mundo kill. I think Zyra could have gone behind the Mundo if she wanted to, but I don't know. I don't know. It's weird because if they go, they can just kind of walk away. Here we have the swap angle. BB is opening on bottom side. Kind of makes sense after the death. But tempo-wise, like Cannon managed to kill the majority of the wave. But they flash forward to collapse to him. I think there's a lot of champion combinations that don't actually get this done. I think it makes sense for Cannon to try to pursue the push for the wave here. A very important detail of the meta currently is the fact that swaps are very current, so it means it's very hard to actually pressure top laners and manage the waves as you would do in an isolated 1v1, because you're always at the risk of having the swap come in towards you to attack you, right? Now Mundo is here. Dive should be pretty straightforward. Pretty easy. Doesn't matter that he got 6. I'm trying to look here if there's some damage missed here, because I just don't like the fact that they wait so long. Why are they waiting so long? I think that maybe June should just fucking slam his spells earlier, like auto Q E W, like W auto Q E, and then ignite, and then just flash out of turret range because the damage is already done. And then combo of Sejuani, E start into W, Q, Ezreal full damage. I think that they kill him. I don't like that they waited. I think they can actually kill the Mundo here if they just slam all the damage that they have. But I think after BB survives the initial one, I think he does a very good job of trying to clear as much of the wave as possible. I think Koki should just abandon him. I think it's very greedy what Caps is doing here. I don't like it. This is super greedy. He doesn't find an angle. He didn't spot the cannon before. Maybe he could just look to W over the wall, but he's afraid that he's going to like I think if Koki W is over the wall here and then maybe flashes to Giovanni Q, they can live. But Koki's losing a midway for this. I think this is just bad play here from Koki. I think Caps trying to save BB here. I think it's just way too greedy and is more of a solo queue play than anything else. I don't like that too much. All right. So far, I have zero complaints about Yike, and I think the key thing was just that BB was in danger and died to a gank. I think it comes back from before in terms of how he manages the wave, but I do think that the condition he was in is quite standard Cannon against Mundo in my mind. I think Mundo is very weak early and doesn't sustain. Here, I think that Mickey does a really good job of just going onto Cannon. I think here, though, Cannon should hold the R. Because Cannon already, like Rakan already W'd. I think you can just hold the spell and that's it. I think if Oscarine gets ult the wave, he's super happy. And he needs to ult when Hans is actually hitting him. But they bait out his ult. I don't think they can CC chain him and kill him in one go without Rakan ult. This is very well played by G2. BB is also like farming, so this is like a very good outcome for G2. Of course, gold-wise, they are very net positive here. Mundo got to jump over a big hump in his lane, considering he was in such big trouble. G2 bot lane did save him. They also got 2 kills. They killed Cannon twice. The first one I think is passable. I think second one Oscarine could play better. Maybe you could argue that Oscarine should use E to push, but maybe Mundo's on time then. I think it was just a good swap timer there from G2. Yike so far, I wouldn't change anything what he did. He just clears and keeps up with his bot lane. I think that's fine and dandy. I think same thing here. I think that Caps needs to be careful about the neutral wave. I think Sejuani wants to be busy, wants to play the game. Zyra's doing golems right now, and she wants to base for Leandris. I think that Koki just needs to tether to the opposition here. I think that this is something that you can't really do anything about. And Caps is also hovering onto the wrong side, considering he has full information on bottom side. Sejuani has only reasons to be top side on grubs. I think this is, so far Caps has made 2 very big mistakes in terms of giving up a lead. Sejuani uses ult though, so they do pay a price for this one. Caps also has TP. So two schools of thought, you know, it isn't the worst death considering Caps does have TP and Yike is allowed to contest here. Because in a world of Sejuani, if Sejuani doesn't use ult and Koki plays defensive, Smolder gets that prio, she hits the grubs and there's nothing to take. Zara should just base then, right? So this info that Koki got out of his death is a Seju ult and also Seju showing, which allows Zara to enter and pressure Cannon off the top wave, which means that Mundo can connect. Tethering means that, you know, you basically push her in a way where you are just outside the sphere of influence of the enemy champion. And here, considering he doesn't know Sejuani and he has full information bottom side, he should tether himself to the potential of Sejuani being there and Smolder at the same time to not be in any trades. And just be on bottom side and try to farm with Q and chip away at the wave in the best way he can. I think good flash from Caps, good W angle too. Just want to see here how Sejuani Qs, see if she could hold Q in some shape or form. Just... I think here Razo should just hold Q because he's just melee. Just start with W slow and hold Q. I think it would have been better. I don't think it would change too much, but I think it's a good moment to actually hold Q and just W slow and just hit because you are in so close proximity. But they got Caps flash and they chunked him. It's all about what the mid-net is about. Good showcase of why people like to play Sejuani, even though this champion doesn't have like the best win ratio right now. It's just that Sejuani 6 is very good at pressuring mid laners that don't have cleanse. Let's continue. G2 going to top side. They play on their own vision. They know the Sejuani is not here. Fnatic is just pushing way too far forward for my flavor because they are not playing on the fact that the enemy played top side just before, so they have full info on river, and also Sejuani is not there. That G2 can make this play with ease. I think this is not the greatest. This is a very bad, like very big mistake from Fnatic. Like you're playing on the side where the enemy played with their bot lane before. You know that they have full vision there, and I think this is just not good. Not good. Just check the map opening here. Cannon does have TP, he has better tempo than Mundo. Cannon's on top side, Fnatic is posturing forward. Caps had no flash. I don't like the Sejuani throw here. He's just chin checking Koki, but Koki's gonna W that every time. I think the Sejuani going into bottom side here is really troll. I don't know what the fuck Sejuani is doing. Like, this is very weird. Considering that the whole position is that Fnatic cross through mid to have ease of access through river into top side, Sejuani going towards chickens here is completely troll. Her Sejuani ult is completely troll. Them giving up Herald in this spot is also, in my opinion, really troll. Like here, Fnatic wasted so much time to go through mid, and that prior meant nothing because Sejuani crossed into bottom side after Sejuani ult was burnt. Which is fair, you know, maybe Sejuani ult is the main thing and the main reason why you can't fight, but I don't like that. I don't like that. I think at the least you should allow your bot lane re-entry into top side, push out, and maybe play off the fact that Cannon does have TP. Maybe we could take a look at the economy of everybody, because here Smolder does have Trinity against Caps' Trinity. Maybe you don't want to fight against the Blade Runner King Kalista. That's fine too. Maybe you want to scale with Smolder. But then at that point, I think that Fnatic should be the ones pressuring then the Mundo onto the bot turret. Then the question is, can you really do so? Because the top lanes that are tanky, that are hard to dive, really make these map trades really, really favorable for the opposite side. Because if they, maybe they can't dive Mundo, right? Like they can't dive Mundo here, and that's fair. But at that point, I think that you should actually contest top side and then play. Because I think Caps having no flash, you have flash on Humanoid, and you have a very strong Sejuani at this point in the game. I do think that you can play this, but obviously after Sejuani's ult and wasted like this shit, then there's no play, but you give up Herald and tier 1, and Mundo gets to farm. So this is, I think, very, very bad. Very, very bad for the game. Hezru now bases for Trinity, and they are preparing for Drake. No one's on top side. I think that here, I think that you could argue that Cannon could hold his base to match Mundo here to open on top side to play away from this Drake. They are opening, and BB is going to be able to farm here top. They're pushing out Fnatic completely at the same time as Mundo is farming top side. I don't like that G2 here are connecting with Caps rather than Kalista. I think that after taking these camps, they should contest through mid because of how strong Kalista is. I think it's just better. Caps, all he needs is one vision. He can blue trinket the Pixel and he can clear the wave on his own. I think it's not super easy to actually pressure him. I think that's perfectly fine. They drop one ward, and now they're trying to cross, but no one's showing on the bot wave just yet, and Cannon is nowhere to be found. I think here maybe there's an argument for them to be able to like snap harder here. Let me see the Cannon position when it's revealed. It's just that here G2 is so happy. They spotted 4, Kalista can be easy on the mid wave, and Fnatic didn't punish G2 at all for them face checking into them with bad numbers. Oscarine is on bottom side and Mundo's already pushing top. Marco-wise, this is a massive win for G2. I think if anything, Fnatic is investing so hard to be here as 5. I think that they should actually like slam their fucking spells hard into the enemy when they are face checking them. And I think you can go so far to actually, you know, fight this blue here, contest this blue here. I think that it's just weird. I don't understand Fnatic's state of mind, because if they don't want to fight here, Cannon should be based for top and Smolder should be bot, and they should just keep the status quo to farm as much as possible, which is perfectly fine as a decision. But with the way they are posturing, this is not the decision. You get me, right? If the idea is, yo, we want to farm, then farm. Don't give up top and base on Cannon and let him be first and match with Mundo on top. And then you can send Smolder into bot and you can take it easy, you know? So yeah, Dr. Mundo, very happy to TP in. They just pushed 2 waves, right? They are stacking towards the enemy team. They are pushing Fnatic out. Here, Oscarine, I thought that he's just gonna kill them all. I do understand that Fnatic is kind of far away, but I think that you Ezreal ult here and Cannon ult, and you win the game here because G2 commits so fucking hard to kill Razork. I think if Razork stays in the pit, doesn't flash out, and Oscarine bursts, I think they can kill whole G2 here. Obviously not whole, because Kalista is out, but Kalista is out of position here and cut off. Not so easy for Kalista to play here. Needs to wait for spells to be used. Now the snap is coming. Oscarine is going to eventually go. G2 is exiting here from this position. Fnatic should just take mid turret. This is mid turret for free. This is not for free, but for the Drake, right? And Fnatic are going to look to pressure the boy. Here comes Mundo with the driving past the turret, which is a very nice one to target Oscarine. G2 Yike with the flash, and Oscarine flashing for no reason. Here they don't take mid turret, they don't farm top. It comes from before, right? Cannon's bleeding because Mundo pushed top all the way. Look how many minions are dying there, and they're not taking the mid turret and reacting late to the play on bot because they're afraid of the racing. But Rift Herald has been used and didn't get used for the turret. I think the idea should be that you are going to actually defend the tier 2 bot and nothing else. I think Cannon should have pieced the fuck out way earlier, or snapped at the dragon. Because here, like macro-wise, G2 has decimated, like absolutely decimated the last like 5 minutes of play that we just watched. Absolute decimation. The Herald, the Grubs, the push out, the farm on bot, Mundo not being traded on, taking the tier 1 top. Like G2 has generated so much fucking gold for like as an advantage. I just think that Fnatic, it looks like they don't want to fight, but macro-wise they are playing as they want to fight. That's what's just so confusing. I think this is a very good thing to do. G2 want to base. I think you should always chase and pursue them here to try to cancel. Obviously, you need to take it easy a little bit and see what's up. The enemy team has no condition, and you base and cross on the bottom side. This is a very good punish, I think, from Fnatic. Very well played. The idea here is that the enemy overstayed to take the tier 1. You already based, you came out fresh. And you have the resources to keep going. Caps has no mana, they want to back out, they want to base because they took the wave so deep and hit the tier 2. Here, G2's mistake, in my opinion, is to actually hit the tier 2. I think here they should just clean the wave, piece the fuck out. They're trying to get the tier 2 when it's not really a thing, and they are spending a lot of time. Taking turret damage is a meaningless thing to spend tempo on. Here, G2 should get cancelled for a very long time, and they're going to lose tier 1 of that one wave tempo that the enemy has. I think that just going for the tier 2 there was grief. One shot the wave, piece the fuck out, and you can maintain tempo in the game, catch top, play through mid, cross on the bottom side to defend, and you're going to be super, super happy. BB again on the bottom. He's so fucking fed now. He has 3k HP. Like any map trade is super happy. Once again, this is just to get information for Koki. Koki's pushing top all the way. Caps has TP. He's pushing. They are stacking on bottom side, but Humanoid has low condition. He's not going to look to push the next one. Smolder looks to catch top, but already 6 minions gone. Just the lane assignments for G2 are so fluid, and it seems like Fnatic is giga hesitating always because the game plan should be this. They should make sure that Smolder is into Koki, match with Leona Sejuani, win the 3v3, put Cannon into Mundo. But G2 just managed to outsmart and find the base timers to actually push, you know? So Mundo goes and collects the tier 2 that was low HP from before. Here's the TP, massive commitment to kill the Mundo. Koki has pushed the wave deep top. Here Broken Blade is going to die. If I remember correctly. He does die, right? I'm not crazy. But it's like BB gets the whole wave. It's not a terrible death. Like look at how deep Koki's pushing. You lose the mid wave too, BB even survives. This is just such a terrible play. Such a bad play. Very, very bad play. It just seems like Fnatic really didn't recognize how they want to play the composition. Like BB gets out and gets the wave. And Koki pushes top all the way. And they get mid pry off of it. And full information in top side. And Rakan gets the base for tempo. Like this is massive, you know, for Rakan. Koki's backing off. Very good read. But they see Sejuani. They have Leona information. Like this comes from before, right? It's like the gank on Mundo, Rakan puts ward topside, bases, has 4 wards in inventory, practically walking around with a 7 ward capacity, right? Mundo's into bottom side, doesn't die, pushes the wave, Koki pushes all the way, Rakan puts vision, is on tempo, with wards on the map. Koki doesn't need to contest the next wave because he spots Sejuani and Leona and Smolder's on top, which means that Kalista can play like a maniac. Pursue information, and everybody judges information real time. That's what macro is. Kalista knows, oh, I see them play topside, I can play like a fucking psychopath here. Let me look for Cannon, let me fight, and so forth. But the way passed, so it's not like the greatest play, but you know, you have a little sniff. Now in this case, they managed to push in all the way. There's no dive because they know that Mickey here is Mickey is just here. I think the Fnatic's play is let me just see this. I don't remember what happened here. Oh, this is fucking kind of clean from Fnatic. I didn't think there was a play here. I thought the Caps would just one-shot that wave, but his TP on the minion kind of saves the whole fucking situation. That TP on the minion is very nice. This is a very, very crispy play. And then it comes down to like looking at what Zyra is doing. Is Zyra just trolling? Zyra is spotted now on a zombie. She's now positioning for the Drake. And let me think now. Kalista is also into bottom side. Okay, I think the mistake is just Kalista going bot. I think Kalista going bot is just a mistake. I was talking about how I like the fact that he's pursuing Cannon, but in all honesty here, Cannon already got the wave. So tempo-wise, the enemy is equal or even ahead. And I think Mundo should be the one going bot. They should stay on mid and hover into Koki's side. I think that's just it. I think Koki is just staying because he wants to have gold for mana meal before basing. That's why I like Koki staying with no mana. But this is a good job from Fnatic. This is a good job from Fnatic. I really like the TP on the minion. That really saves the play because I thought Caps is just gonna fucking one-shot this wave and there's no play. But I forgot that this was like the big swing here for Fnatic. Good punish. I have to say, Humanoid is one of the best, if not the best, Smolder stacker I've ever seen. His Smolder stacking is impeccable. Like Smolder seems to be really the humanoid champ, if anything, you know. Koki didn't look good for him. Zeri, I don't think he played, but Smolder really looks like that's him, you know. Big swing here. Everything comes down to, of course, the soul, but everyone's online, 2 core. I hate the Hurricane purchase from Kalista. I think it's complete garbage. You need Terminus, you need Wit's End. Like, this is a very bad Hurricane purchase. I don't see why the fuck you would go Hurricane here. I think it's just dopamine item to clear the wave faster, which is really troll, I think. Ken is on to mid wave. They saw Kalista on the bot wave, so they can approach top very easily. I think Shadow Flame as well. Yeah, Shadow Flame is just a troll buy, I think, when you have Sejuani Leona as well. And enemy has, you know, many reasons to buy full Mercs and Wit's End, as I mentioned, you know. Noah's Gaming. I don't mind the CG on top. I think that's okay. Smolder with Shojin. I think the Rapid Fire is very good this game. I think Rapid Fire just enables your champion so fucking hard. I think the base damage of this champion is just ridiculous. You just leverage that at all costs. Here, something I don't understand, right, is it's like they are so early in the river and no one's going top to match the Koki push. Koki gets to push freely while they're spotted on vision. I don't understand why they ever leave this area. Why do they ever leave? Don't leave. Why are we leaving? Like, we're all just pressing B. Like, look, like, what is this? Why does Fnatic just give up everything? Ezreal is taking wolves and 4 people are basing. I think that you stay in this area. Ezreal's in the mid wave, you stay on Dick Bush, you punish the people that are entering. Bot wave is already pushed, you have information from it. I think that you just give up the whole Drake's position for no fucking reason. Look, Koki's showing on top wave. Why are we basing? What are we buying in base that is so game breaking here? Let's see, they all recall, Leona base, and then we are just out of position. We just left. Like, Ezreal is doing wolves, and we are leaving. Imagine here, Humanoid pushes this wave deep, and now Humanoid crosses, goes into Dick Bush, Ezreal's hitting that mid wave because he has full info, right? And the Drake is one. The Drake is one. You hit the Drake, Koki will try to push and trade for tier 2, something like this. Maybe you have to TP with Smolder to catch that wave, something like that, depending on the info you have. Maybe the enemy starting a dive, and then you play the game, and that's fine. But here, G2 just get everything. Cavs gets to push, and he gets to base and connect with his teammates, and G2's first in river. We base only for refresh of wards of Leona. And what's the point of refreshing wards if you can't fucking place them or defend the ones that you placed in the first place? Just stick in the area, you know? You did such a good job of pushing the bot wave deep. Just stick around. BB clears the pink. The prime range here. I'm thinking as well if Fnatic, you know, I think the Razork engage, he goes for it because it's the best one. It's not the best timed one because it's not in unison, but I think it's better to have an engage that hits the carries when 4 of you are fighting, and let Cannon limp in because he's going to go through vision, right? I think it's an elegant solution though from Oscarine to actually TP. I kind of like it. I like it a lot. Here I think Razork should just ult the Koki, and I think that Koki loses all of his HP here and the fight's won. But they send it on the wrong guy. And then we have Oscarine. The exhaust is very nice from Rakan. Humanoids with the E flap drive-by and the Q. Okay. I see the continuation here. Nashor prep. This is where Fnatic just lose their mind fucking completely. Like at this point, you see 3 people. Just take the full vision, take everything here, and go top and push that wave. Just cross through here, everybody, push that top wave deep, and the next mid wave that is on mid doesn't matter. This is what Fnatic in my mind missed. Like, if they cross through here, because they see 2 people, right? And they cross through here, and they try to spot the Zyra, clear that pink, put vision down, push that wave with Smolder, the next mid wave won't matter. The enemy has to face check into here, and you could be hitting Nash already if you just sweep that information. But they're just oinking. They're just oinking. They exit through the wrong path, they leave, they get pushed out, and G2 is just playing a defensive game, making sure they have access to Nashor. Top wave doesn't get pushed, and at the same time, from before, Mundo pushed the bot wave all the way. So you just pushed the bot, like Mundo pushed the bot wave all the way, so they're bleeding farm once again. And now Fnatic is basing again. And now G2 reset to match, and just keep wards rotating Rakan. Like G2 just trying to be in this pocket to make, like they feel like they're losing. They're in a very, very tough spot. They're like, yo, we need to play defensive League of Legends. We need to just defend our jungle, punish the people that face check. That's all they're doing. That's all they're hoping for. They're just looking for mistakes. And now Fnatic need to do the same thing. They need to walk down mid lane, make people show, and then cross in, because they don't need to face check these homies. But now Fnatic is just like a two-headed, I don't want to call them two-headed dragon, there's like two-headed sheep, because Leona is just running it down here. I don't know what the fuck Junie is thinking, but he just wants to spot people. And maybe in a world where he sends it on caps right there in that spot, just E's, R's, and goes, maybe it's better, but it's just really strange. I think June is the only one with the right idea though. Like, I think he has the right idea, forcing the enemy to show, because I think going through here is not the right move. I think that you run it down mid, you threaten with Sejuani ult on the Kalista, who has nothing, make the Rakan show, make the Kalista show, and then you cut through and face check with Sejuani, and the node is good. Especially because Mundo is right there, you know, Mundo is right there. I think just Fnatic is just too silly here. But also G2 is really fucking good to find this punish, dude. Really fucking good. Because here it's the same concept. It's like you want to take this mid wave, make enemy show, cross through into top side, clear that wave. Next mid wave doesn't matter. You push them out completely of the jungle, hit Nash, make them face check you, turn with the Sejuani Leona ult, win the game. But instead we have this shit. Caps is a bit of a psychopath. Oscarine saves the whole fucking game here. Oscarine with the ult on 2. I think that if Caps doesn't flash over the, like a W over the wall, it would have probably been better, but he looks to snack on that smolder to kill 2 carries, because if Oscarine does get these 2 kills, I think maybe they just, like maybe G2 probably just end. They just straight up just fucking end if Koki and Rakan is alive. They have 6 grubs and Dr. Mundo to tank. I think they just straight up fucking end. I think that the scaling becomes a little bit reversed at points like this, because Mundo as a champion really gets ridiculous, like insanely ridiculous at like with time. Post 16 Mundo is nuts in the head. It's sad that we begin the replay here, but Koki going straight top, I like it, man. I like it a lot. Not sure what the fuck Caps is doing here. He's just trying to steal the mid wave, but he's doing it in such an aggressive manner. Like I think, yeah, I think they don't, like G2 don't progress here no matter what. So I don't like that they elevate risk. Caps made some really big mistakes. I really like the step back here from Fnatic, the Kai back, and then the snap. Really good job. Fnatic should have won the game off of this, man. Yeah, G2 do such a fucking good job with just fucking crossing in and getting the mid wave and just realizing what it means instantly. When they got the mid wave, you know, just realize right away. What do you mean when you said that G2 won in the right way? I think they played really fucking high level macro. That to me is exciting. I think the G2 macro wise is like top 3, top 4. I think the G2 macro is definitely on par. I think only like Billy and Genji are ahead. My concern about G2 internationally is just early game. The early game is so trash. I'm trying to figure out like the mistakes of Yak, but so far this game is whatever, you know. I didn't react too much about the smolder damage because this is just like the ideal smolder fight, right? She's keep rotating Q, rotating Q, rotating Q. I just don't understand how they are like never on time, you know. Like I would just want to have my smolder on the mid wave at this point, and I just want to have Cannon to be pushing bot, and I just want to be on the mid wave with my Ezreal and smolder to make sure that Kalista can't clear the wave free. Because G2 is getting prior on every mid wave here, and it doesn't let Fnatic ever cross river. Now Ezreal is so deep, Smolder is showing on mid wave too, like it's just done, you know? It's just done. Hey Yamato, do you have any tips for blind picking Super and Diamond Elo? I think usually the easiest ones are like Nautilus, Leona, I think Rel, like just blind pick this. It's the best. Gives you the most agency. Do you think it's overconfidence? I really hate spending time talking about overconfidence. It's like, it's just fucking, it's fugazi, bro. Like, it's fucking, ooh, you know, like, it doesn't mean anything. There's good play, there's bad play, and that's it. It's just here. Like, this is what's permanently happening. The Mundo's pushing the bot wave so deep. Smolder's catching. Smolder's showing on bot, they lose the mid prio. And then Smolder can't push further, he's not on the next mid wave. They go on the mid wave, they're not on time. Everyone's on base. Like, they are never in sync. They're never in sync. They are never on the mid wave together. G2 is just constantly like on the waves, pushing. Mickey to me looked like a top 3 support in the world here in this series. That's what makes me excited about G2, honestly. This world's meta is the best possible world's meta for a team like G2. Support mid lane with the highest amount of agency. No, I think Mickey legit is like one of the best supports in the world. He's like baby on, dude. What mid meta will it be though? We will see. Like if it's mid meta and it's full AD jungles, yeah, then they are fucked. Then they are fucked again. Like if the meta is Lissandra Viego, congratulations, Billy. You are world champion. You're a world champion. You're a world champion, Billy. Look how long it took for Fnatic to actually group up on a wave. Like look how much information G2 has had constantly. After Smolder pushes that wave on bot, they need to be 5 on mid. But they are never in sync on 5 on mid, and G2 has pushed every mid wave first, and they just allowed to be in river this entire time. What's your opinion on Oscar? I think game 1 he's played solid. I think game 1 he's played good. He had 2 deaths that were unfortunate, but he had a good TP solution. Good ult to save the game. I think Oscar in game 1 was solid. We're going to look at it a little bit more. The Kalista ult. I don't know why the fuck Mickey wanted to die here. I think the G2 could walk out, no? Am I crazy? I think also he had like the TP. I think this game Oscarini fucking carried this game, to be honest. The TP play top on the mini wave, on the melee minion. That was a fucking game changer. They won the game of that. And then he destroyed the enemy Nash by killing Caps on top and on mid. So like I think Oscarini, for me, it's MVP this game. I don't know, like Fnatic is just never on time with each other. Like they kill a wave, 2 people can catch it, Rakan can leave, Koki push bot. The pool was kind of good, bro. For 2-star rated, bro, I kind of liked it. Like for fried chicken, I thought it was pretty fucking solid if you ask me. This was such a good play, man. They know they win the race. This should be free Nash. This should be free Nash. Look at this. Fnatic now just need to step here and take control over this space. They need to recognize that the next mid wave just doesn't fucking matter. Like now, Nash is done. Nash is done. Keep in mind, Drake spawns 10 seconds later. Look. I show you the Drake timer. Look at Drake's spawn timer. 45. Look, you go into Nash area right now. You clear everything. Instead, there are 5 people just showing their body. You know when Cap sees 5 people on the map? You know what he says? He says, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, A'udhu Billah. I can split push for free. Caps is Muslim. No, I'm kidding. Like he sees 5 people on the mid wave. He sees that the enemy is not crossing to his side. So he just walks top straight. He just walks top straight, you know? He walks top straight. He just goes and kills the wave. Like 5 people are showing. He's like, he doesn't give a fuck, bro. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, I have full information, full vision. They didn't clear it. I can push top for free. Cap just is chilling. He's like, guys, what the fuck is Fnatic doing? What are they doing? What is the thought process here, guys? There is none. There is no thought process. The hope, they are here. Fnatic here, they are praying. They say, please, Lord Almighty, make the enemy hint into us. That's what they are sitting here and waiting. What kind of pressure is on G2 right now? Fully vision on them. Nash, they want to keep mid push into Dragon, but there's no mid push, bro. They got the previous wave. Just cut through so Caps can't and push the top wave. Like cut through, clear all the vision, take the top wave. And that's it. You think the enemy's gonna end while you do Nash? The Nash is dead. Like here. Look how far away the wave is in Zimbabwe, you know? There's no wave. Like there's no wave. Like why are they here? Look what Mickey is doing to them. Mickey's spitting on them, by the way. Mickey right now is saying they are fucking trolling. Look what Mickey is doing to them. Mickey's just trying to make sure they spots 5 people. They're like, G2's right now. It's like, what the fuck is happening? Caps, you can push for free. You see 5. You see 5. Caps push. I don't know why Caps is not pushing. Yeah, Caps is being a pussy for no reason. Just hit the wave, bro. Caps could have pushed. He saw 5. And now there's 2 objectives. And now Caps is pushing again. They get out. Sejules is not effective enough for the turn. Soul, after Fnatic just did a circle jerk for the last 2 minutes of the game. And then after all is said and done as well. After all is said and done, right? They base, they defend topside. Caps TP's instabot. Look at this fucking genius that Caps is. Caps understands the psychology of the enemy right now. He says, I'm gonna push bot, we're gonna get 3 Nash. Easy. You just fucking TP'd bot, And before you know it, G2's on the mid wave, Cannon's showing top. G2's on the mid wave because they defend the top side, right, of the wave. And Koki's now pushing so deep with the TP. Fnatic have no Seju ult. Another thing that is very crucial here, right, is that like both Mickey and Mundo, like Mickey and BB are playing so fucking good. Like the synergy between Mickey and Caps is really beautiful. Because Rakan scales like a motherfucker, right? Scales like an absolute motherfucker because he can play like this. He can always spot the enemy. The enemy team only has Leona and Sejuani, and he has Mercs and has 3 dashes. He's chilling. He's spotting them perma. Always giving info for Caps. Because right now he's tethering to the enemy, and they're not backing off, not giving a free Nash position, you know? Like G2 is really, really good at giving information. Really good at tethering, man. This is what we talked about in the on review too. It's very nice. Here, I don't understand why Humanoid doesn't TP. He just has nowhere to TP? No ward? Why is it? Wait. Why is Leona bot? I just realized Leona's bot. Leona's bot. Leona's bot. June is spotted on vision. Oh my days, I didn't realize. Oh, Leona's win trading actually. A'udhu billah. Oh, Leona's win trading. Holy guys. I think Hans is in the wrong spot. I think Hans should be on the exit. Junie. 3 inhibs gone. GG. Can I blame Noah for this game? Not at all, man. Noah had a solid game. What can he do when his mid teammates are never on mid wave? What can he do? Yeah, G2 are doing some trolling. G2 are just doing some trolling. I'm not sure what the fuck this is. Like, they took Elder, but like this is a very good example, right? It's like they're doing the objective with the minimum amount of people, and then they're progressing the game with the rest. Like, this is a very, very good macro to keep tempo. They don't need ult to hit Elder, so they're progressing into topside to play on the wave. 3 people, Mundo's on mid wave right now, they're taking it with 2, and then Koki and Zyra stop to punish Smolder. Smolder's like, oh, they just did Elder, I want to take one more wave, and then base, and then chill. But the enemy is already crossing, because the enemy is not contesting the Elder, so they don't need everybody to do Elder. And this is beautiful. And now Smolder gets fucked. This is very nice. Very, very nice. Good stuff. And they just fucking right-click right through. Cloud Soul map. Here they go. Fucking delicious. Really nice cut through. Fucking gorgeous. Really nice. Game is over.